Good morning, everyone. Good morning, and welcome back. I'm going to give everybody a couple minutes to pop on, or at least a couple of seconds. I am excited to be back with you after a couple of weeks off from doing these videos. I certainly do hope that it's something that you are enjoying and that you're getting something out of, because if you're not, there's no point in me showing up here. Good morning. I am assuming that is you, Danielle. Thank you for joining me and for commenting on this video. Once you get here, if you do show up and you are able to watch this live, please throw me a comment in the comment box or like or share this post. Good morning. Also, if you don't mind, please go up to the link where it says allow StreamYard to share your name with me so that I see it on the backside here where I am, so that I actually know who has joined us. I hope you've been having a good couple of weeks. I know that we're in a really stressful market, and I've seen a lot of comments, not only from you guys, but also from agents in other social media groups that I happen to be a part of, a lot of which you guys are a part of too. But I really wanted to specifically come in here this morning and talk about buyer's agency compensation, because we are seeing some companies that offer 0% commission to the buying agent, or $100 to the buyer's agent, or there's any number of different scenarios, but buyer's agents are not being compensated by the sellers in a busy market like this one, like they always have been in the past. So where is your compensation coming from? Well, the truth of the matter is, it may end up coming from your buyers. Good morning, Pooja. Thank you for joining us. Where is your compensation established? Your compensation is established in the F110. That is the Buyer's Brokerage Engagement Agreement. That is going to be found on page 1. It's A4A and B. Now, A4A actually goes over the commission that the brokerage is allowed to receive. And generally speaking, in the past, that's always been a set number of donuts. I'm not going to get into a whole lot of specifics about that, because we're not supposed to be talking about that. But if we look at that percentage as a number of donuts, we kind of get an idea of how many donuts we should be able to receive as a buyer's agent on a transaction. Now, if the seller isn't paying the buyer's agency commission the way that you might have encountered it in the past, your actual commission is guaranteed in A4B. And that is where you detail how much of the commission you expect the buyer to pay the difference on in the event that the seller's agent, the listing agent, is not offering that commission to you. Here's why this is so important. You guys are running around showing upwards of over 100 homes. You're writing multiple offers for these customers. And in some cases, you're finding yourself getting pennies back for the effort, for the service, for the guidance that you're providing, because you're not having the conversation with your client about where your compensation comes from. So keep in mind that you really should be having conversations with your buyers from the very beginning, not only about the protections that are provided to them by signing that buyer's agency agreement, but also whether they are willing or able to pay the difference in the event that that compensation to you is not ideal, or is not nearly as much as you should be compensated per your value. This is about educating the consumers not only of your value as a buyer's agent, but of the work that you're actually doing on their behalf. Now, the other thing that you need to go over with them is on page 2. It's B4, A, B, and C. These are the sections of the buyer's agency agreement that really go over the additional details and explain what happens in a situation where the buyer is responsible for paying that additional commission. And you need, again, to have that conversation. My admonishment to you guys as agents is to make sure that you're not letting your level of service be determined by one transaction. Yes, you may be working with this customer on this one transaction right now, but are you not really building a relationship with that customer, with that client, with that consumer? Are you not really building a relationship with their network at the same time, whether it's their friends and family or perhaps their coworkers if you're working with a corporate client? Take a look at the relationship that you're building and put the value of your service and the level of your service at the level of the relationship that you want to build and the way that you want to engage with them over the lifetime of that relationship. Because if you do that, I can assure you, your compensation is going to come back to you exponentially through referrals from their network, from their family, from their coworkers, whatever that may look like for you and for them in that relationship. So again, make sure that you're having the conversations, make sure that you are showing them the value that you bring to the table, and really work towards creating a strong and solid relationship with that customer that's going to come back to you exponentially over time. So that's all I really wanted to say about buyer's agency compensation. One thing that I do want to add, especially for my agents that work our corporate relocation business, I have been in touch with Cartus, which is the corporate arm of the Realogy Advantage Network. I have discussed with our regional director the challenges that we're facing on the buyer's agency compensation side. The directive that I have received back from them is that you guys are to have this conversation with the buyer, that Cartus is not going to get into the middle of the conversation. They are not going to approach the corporate customer for additional compensation for you if that level of compensation is not what you were expecting. It's going to be your responsibility to have that conversation, to educate the consumer, and be sure that you have that information and you have secured that within your buyer's agency agreement with that corporate buyer. That is not something that we've been allowed to do in the past. It's been something that has been kind of frowned on, but in this market, this is a conversation that you're going to have with the consumer so that you make sure that they are not only able, but willing to provide you with that compensation and come up with a strategy for building that into the offers that you're placing on their behalf. If you have any questions about that, as always, you can reach out to me so that we can discuss it further. But again, if you are one of my corporate agents and you are working with our corporate buyers, and I know that we have a lot of them right now, please do be sure that you are having that conversation and that you are securing that commission for yourself within that buyer's agency agreement, because that is where your compensation is going to come from. So the other thing that I wanted to bring to you guys is some things that I'm reading. I haven't done a lot of reading in the past couple of years. It's been a little bit challenging for me to focus, but I'm trying to get back into it. And I've got some options that I would like to share with you guys over different subject matters. Okay. So first one that I want to talk about is Hook Point. Hook Point is by Brendan Kane. It is relative to social media and capturing people's attention in a 3-second world. If you're part of the Realogy Advantage coaching the last coaching session that we had with them, they talked about how you really only have 15 seconds to capture someone's attention, whether it's with an email or with a social media post. So you need to really keep it pretty short, pretty sweet, but very impactful. And this book is really going into some pretty good detail as to how you can make that happen pretty quickly in such a way that you're actually capturing the attention of your audience. Now that one's about social media. Here's one about business. This one is called Ninja Selling. It's by Larry Kendall. I haven't dug too much into this one yet, but I have gotten a lot of great feedback from other agents and other salespeople about this book. I'm looking forward to getting into it a little more so that maybe I can bring you guys some information from it. But if you're looking for a good business book to read that's relative to sales, this would be a good option for you. And I'm going to bring you a fun one as well. This is one that I didn't actually read. I actually listened to it on Audible, which, if any of you guys know me or any of you talk to me on the phone, you'll notice, or you've probably noticed, that I'm seemingly always in the car. So Audible has been a great option for me in terms of being able to consume that information while I'm driving down the road and going back and forth from place to place. So this one was more fun. It's called Green Lights. It's by Matthew McConaughey. It's kind of a memoir. I don't know. It was really interesting and it was a lot of fun. Matthew McConaughey is always very entertaining. He's got a great voice. He is actually the one that narrates the book on Audible. There were some really hysterical stories in it and some really insightful moments that I've really taken to heart. And I think it's something that you might enjoy if you enjoy him as an actor and you enjoy his voice. So that one would be more of a fun read for you guys, or a fun listen for you guys, depending on how you want to go about it. So that's what I'm reading. And then there's a couple of exciting things that are coming up for ERA Sunrise Realty. Maybe you've heard, maybe you haven't, but in case you missed it, we are rebranding the Option Move program, and the new name for the program is called Assured Sale. Now, Assured Sale is the same exact program that Option Move was, with the exception of the fact that there is no referral fee due from you for using that program through Zappy. So the platform is essentially going to be the same. You'll be able to get offers from not only the iBuyers, but also the bridge solutions that are available. A couple of the bridge solutions have actually increased and optimized their offering, and I'm really excited to see where that goes. We will be doing several different training sessions on Assured Sale, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in those sessions. As soon as we have those dates set up, I will be sure that we get that out to you, not only by email, but also here in the Facebook group. The other exciting thing that is coming forward for us, we have been selected to be one of the first early adopters of MoxieWorks. So you may have heard that Zap is going away. We are going to be getting new technology, not only for our websites, but also for our CRM. Zap is going to remain available through the end of the year at a minimum, while every brand is rolled into the MoxieWorks platform. But I think that this is going to be a great opportunity for you guys to refresh what your websites look like, refresh the information that's on them, and hopefully get a lot more engagement on those sites with this new program. So we will be having training on that specific program, that MoxieWorks program, coming up soon over the next couple of months. This should roll out after Labor Day, and we will ideally have you very prepared to dive in and get engaged with that technology as soon as it's released. I am going to hop off of here. I hope that you guys have an excellent day and an excellent week. If there's anything that I can do to help you, not with your business or in placing a referral, don't hesitate to reach out to me. You've got my phone number and my email address, and I'm always here for you. Make it a great one. See you soon. Bye-bye.